Hi everyone, welcome to MK's Real Estate Moments. My name is Michele Kubiak. I am with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services of Nevada. My phone number is 702-683-6576. And I have Larry Garluzzo here with New American Funding. We're just going to talk real estate and moments. And one thing that I would like, what I hear a lot out in the market is, oh, prices are going to go down. Prices went down and now they're stable. And there's what's called supply and demand. And right now, there is way more demand than there is supply. And I feel that in my business alone, which means people aren't putting their houses on the market at all. I mean, I can't say it at all. However, I have some stats showing that this time last year, last week, same week, we had 493 homes come on the market versus last year in a week it was 752. So we're down about 30% on inventory, and that comes from the fact that people got the low interest rates and they don't know where they're going to move to. So they're staying put. And the way I feel it in my business is I'm really buyer heavy. And what I mean by that is I have two handfuls full of buyers ready to go buy homes. And I wrote an offer last night for a cash buyer for 1.2, and there were multiple offers on over $1 million house, and so we're offering over asking on this property because it's so beautiful. So when there's more demand than there is supply, that is going to drive the prices to go back up again and less incentives for buyers. And I feel like if we change from a buyer's market to a seller's market pretty quickly, again, how do you feel about that, Larry? What do you
I think
see?
you're absolutely right. You hit it right on the head because, I mean, Vegas, one thing about Las Vegas in our market, Metro, boy, we switch quickly. We go from a seller's market to, there you have to put in the highest and best offer, which is where our NAF cash program comes in really helpful because we can come in as a cash buyer, but really we're doing a loan for somebody. And then it flips and becomes a buyer's market and you get a little seller concessions. I think the big thing right now is sellers are being realistic. Right? For a while, they were unrealistic. They were saying, we want $1 million for our $600,000 house. Right? Yes. They wanted to go for gold. And so maybe they would concede a little bit and take $900 and give some closing costs because it was, the buyers were a little bit shy of interest rates. They were going to wait and then suddenly realized, hey, when I pay rent, I'm paying 100% interest. Right? Let's stop doing that and go buy the house. We can always refinance. And I think customers and consumers out there are getting used to higher rates. Right. It's like our gas prices, right? When they went to $5 a gallon, we were like, $5 a gallon. And now you go fill up, it's $4.30 a gallon. And you're like, oh, it's $4.30 a gallon. We feel like we're getting a deal. Yes. And it's like, wait a minute, a year ago it was $3.30. So it's kind of the same thing where we're getting conditioned that the interest rates in the sixes aren't the end of the world. Right? They were there for a long time. That's, when I first got in the business 25 years ago, the interest rates were in the sevens. Yep, same. It was 7%. And you could talk about, 1978 when they were 16%, but, housing prices were a lot less. So it doesn't really equate. But, I think people are getting used to it. Sellers are now, the ones that are selling are, holding steady and getting multiple offers. I think, professional realtors like you are taking the listings. By the way, if you're thinking about selling, make sure you get a pro realtor like Michele Kubiak at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Can't get a better company than that to stand behind her as well. And that she knows how to price. Yes, and you can contact me at 702-683-6576. And when you mentioned professional realtor, what came to my mind is professional photos, because I have seen some listings out there. And if you're a seller and you're thinking of selling your home, even if you don't use me, make sure that the photos that you're going to have of your home really present your home in the best light. Like declutter. I mean,
I've seen some people still taking pictures with their iPhones on million and multi-million dollar properties. I'm like, you know, we're getting paid to represent these people, and we need professional photos. So that helps get people in your home, whether they look like, some of the pictures we use are really
Right.
doctored up. So,
Right.
but it gets people in the house. So that's the
And how you can
idea.
do weed that out? I'm thinking this as a homeowner. How would I know who to contact? Right? How do I find it? Every realtor, professional realtor that I know, and when I say professional realtor, not a part-time person or somebody who just got into the business or somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, right? That a professional realtor who does this every day, they get up, they get dressed, they go and they do real estate all day long.
Yeah.
Somebody like that is going to have a listing presentation. They're going to be able to come to your house. They're going to be able to show you whether it's on an iPad and it's fancy schmancy or if it's a flip book. They're going to be able to show you all of their marketing that they've done for houses similar to yours that they got over asking price. They sold it quickly. They figure out what your needs are and they listen to you, right? What are your needs? Hey, I don't have to sell this quickly. I want top dollar. Okay, that's something to know. Hey, I'm moving to Wisconsin in 3 weeks. I got to go. So they know what you got to do. You got to price this thing to sell, right? So,
Right. Yes. Same with and what's coming up too is million and multi-million dollar listings, and how um, those sellers think they have to go with this other realtor that has all these multi-million dollar listings, when what if you're just a number to them? When you have somebody who, like, seriously, I will go knock doors to get buyers for my sellers and houses for my buyers. And so, I mean, it
well, it's one
really,
of the reasons I work
yeah,
with you and I
yeah,
recommend my clients to you
yeah,
because you really take, each client as like they're your only client, right?
yeah,
You do everything for them. You make sure that they're being taken care of. And that's what I mean by representation in a sale, whether you're the buyer or the seller. You want your realtor with your best interests at heart, right? They're negotiating on your behalf. So you
yeah,
want to make sure that you pick somebody like Michelle who's like over the top willing to do what she needs to do to get the deal done and to get you your goals. I think
yeah.
that's important.
And customer service is my background, and I brought that into real estate. And I think we're not in sales, we're in customer service. And like I tell my clients, I'll never push you to buy something. That's not my style. But I wanted to go over some stats that are really interesting. It shows it's going to come up here on the screen. It shows the average weekly sales price for the week of April 22nd to May 3rd. I get these every week. The average weekly sales price here in Las Vegas, Henderson, North Las Vegas, was $531,057.
Wow.
And the most expensive house that sold that week was
Oh,
4,225,000.
wow.
And I get these stats every week. And again, we're having what I had mentioned on my last MK moments was that we're seeing more houses go under contract than come on the market. And that's how you can determine what kind of a market is. When there's way more homes coming on the market and less going under contract, then that is a buyer's market. So right now, we are leveling off into a seller's market again. We're able to get some concessions, which means to get your closing costs covered or your interest rate bought down, which, that's the market we're at, because a lot of people aren't used to these interest rates yet. And then I am going to start doing a property of the week, which I have one that will be up on the screen here shortly. And the property of the week is actually a 4-bedroom townhome in Henderson. And it's an amazing property. It's almost 1,700 square foot, has a 2-car garage, and it actually, imagine a townhouse with a yard. So it has a covered patio on one side and a big yard on the other side, which you don't ever see on townhomes. And that price is only $384,999. And it has an upgraded kitchen and is definitely priced to sell. My sellers are eager to get the homes sold. And so if you're out in the market, it has a low HOA fee. Just give me a call if you're looking for a property. And it
Need a pre-approval.
Yes,
You can
call
Larry.
Me.
My number is 702-355-3228.
Yes, and Larry has a great program that is, like he was talking about, is called NAP Cash. And what it is when you're trying to sell a home and you're also trying to buy a home at the same time, you need financing, yet he has a loan program that is similar to what they used to call a bridge loan, right? So it makes you look like a cash buyer when you're buying a house, so you can beat out other offers, because we are seeing multiple offers again, believe it or not, and
it even goes one step further. It's designed to take the place of a bridge loan. In fact, we do buy the house cash. So we buy the house. We New American Funding own it, and then we do the loan after the fact, and you get 90 days to do that. So if you have a home to sell, you can move into the house right away as soon as it closes. So it's a pretty good program.
Yeah, we would love to help you. Again, my phone number is 702-683-6576. You can also follow me on Instagram. It's Michele Kubiak, Las Vegas Realtor. I have a lot of properties that I put on there that, for your viewing pleasure.
If they want to subscribe to the numbers and stuff that you send out, can they email you or subscribe to it on your website?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's neat.
And I have relocation guides, and I also have buyers and seller handbooks on my website, which is myname.com, michelekubiak.com. You can go in there, get information, register, whatever you need. I'm here for you.